Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today I'm all by myself, bringing you my predictions for AEW's Revolution pay-per-view coming up tomorrow, what's today? March 7th. Dang. This is AEW's first Sunday pay-per-view. They normally do it on Saturdays, but considering there's a UFC fight tonight, they're going to reschedule it for tomorrow, which makes sense to me. So let's get it started with some predictions for what looks to be a very, very fun show. So, first up on the buy-in, we have a women's tag team match playa, as we have Riho and Thunder Rosa taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and it does say here it's Rebel, but there has been some rumblings that in a recent match with Nyla Rose against Dr. Baker, Rebel suffered a bit of an injury. So now Dr. Baker has the opportunity to potentially pick her a new partner. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to see the debut of Thea Trinidad. If you don't know who that is the former Zelina Vega in WWE. She used to manage Andrade Cien Almas before she got fired for not taking down her Twitch and talking about other stuff. It's not necessary. So here, I think Baker and Thea Trinidad are going to get the big W. I also believe Thunder Rosa is going to go back to the NWA because on March 21st, they have their first show since the pandemic started, which it's been a long time. So, it's sad to see Thunder Rosa go. Maybe she'll sign with AEW in the future, hopefully. We'll see. First matchup on the main card, we have for the AEW World Tag Team Championships as the champions, the Young Bucks, take on the Inner Circle's Chris Jericho and MJF. This is going to be a very interesting match because, well, last we saw MJF and Jericho, they were throwing the Young Bucks' father, bloodied father, I will say, into a truck with the Young Bucks' faces in it. So this is a bit more personal. I think what's going to happen is Sammy Guevara is going to either show up live or somewhere on the Titantron and cost MJF and Jericho the tag titles. So I'm going to have the Young Bucks retaining, and we will see what goes on from there. Next match, it is a Casino Tag Team Battle Royale, where the winners receive a future tag team title shot. Now, there's a huge list of who is participating. So let's get it started. We have Bear Country, Bear Bronson, Bear Boulder from New York. Gotta represent. Dark Order members Alex Reynolds and John Silver. Dark Order members Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. Inner Circle members Santana and Ortiz. The Butcher and the Blade. Private Party Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn. Death Triangle representatives Pac and Ray Phoenix. We'll get to Pentagon. The Sydal brothers, Matt and Mike Sydal. Dark Order members Alan Five Angels and Preston Vance. Gun Club members Austin and Colton Gunn. And yes, they are the sons of the one Billy Gunn, who is also in AEW. The Pretty Picture. I never knew this tag team had a name, but we have Pretty Peter Avalon and Cesar Bononi. So, like, big guy, little guy tandem. Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian of SCU. Natural Nightmares, that's Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall. The Varsity Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. Who the hell is Griff Garrison? I don't know. Kidding. Love you, Griff. And Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. That's a lot of tag teams. I am... you know what? I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna say SCU wins this. They'll get a tag team title shot in the future, where if they have sent out, if they lose, they're gonna break up as a tag team. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with SCU. Next up for the Women's World Championship, we got Hikaru Shida, the champion, taking on Ryo Mizunami, who won a championship tournament over the past couple of weeks. Firstly, competing in Japan and meeting Nyla Rose in the final, which was a very good match. Apparently, Ryo Mizunami has wanted to come back to AEW since she had a brief run in really early on in a 6-man tag. So I do believe Shida's gonna win it here. And yeah, sorry, Rio. You've been kicking ass this whole tournament, and I wish you well. Next up, it's a tag team match. Playa and a feud I have grown very... I've had no real interest in this feud. It's Miro, the former Rusev, and Kip Sabian versus the Best Friends members Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. Miro was the best man at Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford's wedding. That got ruined by Orange Cassidy because, you know, we can't have nice wrestling weddings anymore since the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. I think Miro gets a big win here, and then he's just going to destroy everybody and go on a solo run. At least that's my hope. I want this alliance between Miro and Kip to end. I want this feud to be over with. Let's move on. Next up, it is the Face of the Revolution ladder match, in which the participants are competing for a shot at the TNT Championship. So, first competitor, Cody Rhodes. Second, Scorpio Sky, who's coming back from injury and has a little bit of a mean streak in him. Pentagon is Zero Miedo, Zero Fear. Lance Archer, who had to qualify. And Platinum Max Caster, who veteran from Creator Pro from here on Long Island, and a mystery surprise opponent. There's plenty of options of who that opponent could be. My guess is going to be All Ego Ethan Page. He recently wrestled with Impact, was a long-reigning Impact Tag Team Champion with Josh Alexander in the North. Love you guys. I think he's been ready to debut. I think he's going to be going to AEW. However, I don't think he's going to get the win here. I'm sorry, Ethan. I love you, dude. I think it's time for Scorpio Sky, with his new attitude, to get the win and face Darby Allin in a future title shot. Speaking of Mr. Allin, he has his hands full, as Darby Allin will be teaming up with Sting, the Icon, taking on Team Taz members Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in a street fight. Apparently, this might be a little more cinematic than the usual street fight. This is Sting's first real match in good couple years. So I think Allen and Sting are going to be winning here. Next match, it is a big money match in which the loser must give the winner 100% of his first quarter earnings. So we got some money on the line. As Big Money Matt Hardy takes on Hangman Adam Page. AEW has been kind of slowly pushing Adam Page for a bit. I think he gets the win here, and we see Adam Page and the Dark Order, who Adam Page lists as his new friends after helping him fend off not only Matt Hardy, but Private Party and their new alliance of Jack Evans and Angelico. Man, that took a lot to get out. So I think that's going to be fun. There should be I think this is going to be a sleeper match. Like, this should be really good. Next up, what's next? I think I got everything except for our big main event of the evening with the AEW World Title on the line as Kenny Omega defends his title against Jon Moxley in a barbed wire and a exploding barbed wire death match. Rules are simple. Ring ropes have been replaced by barbed wire. You have boards covered in explosives around the ring, and you throw your opponent through the boards. They go off, and I think this is going to be a way to write off Jon Moxley, whose wife Renee Paquette is due with their child. Congratulations, you two. So I think Kenny Omega is going to get the big win here. Now, we also have a big matter on our hands as recent signing Paul White. If you don't know who that is, well, it's the Big Show. That's right. Not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, the Big Show signed with AEW. Who could have seen that coming? I sure as heck didn't. And apparently, at Revolution, he has a big Hall of Fame worthy signing for AEW. And apparently, with the hints coming along, it's one of Tony Khan's favorite wrestlers. The internet has been all aghast. Oh, it's Kurt Angle, it's Punk, it's RVD, it's Gail Kim, it's Conor McGregor. Personally, I have no idea. I'd be happy with any of those people and then some. But if I'd have to put my money on it, I'm gonna say it's, you know what? I'm gonna say it. It's Punk. It's CM Punk. CM Punk to AEW confirmed. No, I don't really believe that, but I'm ready to be surprised. I'm ready for this show. I'm so excited. Let me know your predictions down in the comments below, or if you're on my social media, let me know those predictions over there. And join me tomorrow evening as we watch Revolution. I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.